Welcome to Limitless by Gray, the podcast that empowers you to break through your barriers and unlock your limitless potential. Hi guys, it's your girl Hauwa. Welcome to another exciting episode of Limitless by Gray. Today, we have an exciting guest. Not only is she the first female guest, she's also very known in the tech community. If you don't know this person and you are in tech, you need to look around and check if you are really in tech. So today we have Peace Obinani. Everybody give it up for Peace, head of online marketing at Piggytech and the founder of NonTech in Tech. The founder of NonTech in Tech.
That's me. Humbly me. Thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure.
So much. Thank you so much for being here. So tell me, how's life been? Everybody's always complaining about something. Everybody that lives in Nigeria feels like we're going through something, one thing or the other. So how are you doing?
A whole lot.
Like, what are you going through right now?
A whole lot.
You know it's a lot when you can't mention the thing that you're going through.
It's plenty.
Okay, tell me one thing that you're going through. Is it fuel? Is it governance?
I mean, in terms, like, starting from governance, bad road, coming here, I was just like very appalled at how bad the roads are. Like, it's gone from bad. Like, we don't have road in Lagos.
No,
Someone, in case you're watching this, perhaps you don't know that the road in Lagos is not good. Please get you're having too much fun.
No, but fine. But still, we're going through a lot
we're going through a lot.
Nigeria. Where from everything that's just going on, it's just like you just wake up and be like, wow.
Yeah, and then there's end of the year fatigue and all of that. So it's just like a lot going on.
And how is that going? Knowing that you're the head of online marketing, so I know like you guys have plans for end of the year. How's that?
I mean, it's overwhelming on some days because it's like even when you don't have the strength, you have to show up for the team, right? So it's not just about you; it's about the rest of the team as well. So you just have to show up. So
speaking of work, right now, I saw a tweet where you were like, "If my microbiology, tech better workers, microbiology is not what you're looking at." So how did you find yourself in tech coming from microbiology?
I mean, I literally just found myself here, so it wasn't like it wasn't pre-thought. Like, I didn't think that I'll end up in tech. I knew I wasn't going to do microbiology, but I didn't know what I was going to do. I mean, to an extent, I knew I was going to do event management and all because I was already doing that, but tech wasn't anywhere on the list of things that I was going to do. So I just found myself here.
So like it's almost like you didn't plan to be in tech. Nah. You just and now when you don't plan to be in something and you find yourself there, you can just like dip and be like, yeah, this is not for me. But why did you find yourself in tech and decide that you're going to stay there?
Okay, yeah, so the plan was actually to dip after 3 months of my first job because I'm like, first of all, 9 to 5. I'm like, nah, this is not my jam. But I mean, it felt really different from the 9 to 5 that I knew about. So first off, people were not coming all cacked up in suits and everything. There was no yes ma, yes sir, all those things. It was like more flexible, more relaxed. I'm like, oh, okay, this actually makes sense. And yeah, so I was just like, okay, I could actually just like see how this pans out. And yeah.
And speaking of 9 to 5, like you're very vocal on Twitter. You're very vocal on Twitter. You
know
that. You know.
Repenting.
Oh, we're giving you some time. You're gonna come back.
All right.
Because like, you get the way Nigeria will frustrate you. You have to go back to Twitter.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah. So you're always talking about how 9 to 5 is not your thing at all. But you're currently in 9 to 5, and I know how hard you work. Like I know how you show up. And wherever you need to be, you're going to be there, right? So how do you, because it's 9 to 5 to you. It's 9 to 5 to you, but I've seen you work and I know that it's not 9 to 5
it's not
to
9
you.
To 5 at all.
Exactly, because I could text you and you just answer, or like if your phone is on DND, you're probably doing something else. So you always say, oh, I don't like 9 to 5, but you're doing something that is
Yes, I think I'm just quick to correct that. It's not the work hours of 9 to 5, is the idea of the 9 to 5. Like when I mean, back in the day, or I mean, it still happens when people tell you they do a 9 to 5, you've already pictured them waking up 5 a.m., going to the office, spend 2-3 hours in traffic, arrive at the office, you have to wear shoe, wear all of that. So it's the idea of that 9 to 5 that I didn't like. It was not about the work hours. Like I don't mind working. Oh Jesus, I don't want to say this on camera. I was like, I don't mind working extra hours. I don't mind working extra hours,
Yeah.
but it's just the idea of the typical 9 to 5 that I wasn't particularly like it.
Yes, you just said it's not about the hours, but you do like what you do. You like your work. And I know that for Piggytech, you're head of marketing, so you're always out there speaking at engagements, telling people about the organization and all of that. What's your driving force to stay in tech? Because I heard you speak one time, and you said that you like you like to learn, and you're like always in other people's stuff, like all the departments. You're just like, what's happening here? What's happening here? So, what's the driving force?
Okay. I mean, you've said one. I like to learn. I'm a very curious person. I like challenging and interesting stuff. So, for me, as long as there's something new, something interesting, something challenging out there that I haven't done or haven't like done enough of, it just feels like I should just get up and do it. And naturally, I'm a very passionate person. So whatever it is that I find to do or find myself doing, I just want to give it my best.
If you're not doing tech, what would you be doing?
Events, which I already do, by the way.
Yes, you already do that. But what's the one
if
thing?
I was not doing any of these things, I would be a baby girl.
That's the problem. You do look like a baby girl. You don't look like someone that is working so hard.
It's not by looking by like this is your hustling to look like this. Like I'll just be somewhere in a country home, spending my husband's money, chasing children around.
So yes, because I just asked you what you'd be doing if you're not doing tech, but when I read about you, I know that you do different things. Like you're head of marketing. You have non-tech in tech. You do events. Let's talk about non-tech in tech, because the first time I heard it, I was very confused. But it's clear. It's non-tech in tech, and because a lot of people think you have to know how to code and everything to be in tech. Can you tell me more about non-tech in tech?
I mean, the idea just came up from people who think that, or a lot of people still think that, you need to code to work in tech. And so I just started out to like just dispel those myths and also just create a community for people that work in tech that don't code, because even within tech, some people kind of have like, am I really a tech bro? I don't really code and all those kind of things. So so it was just that kind of community for all of us on the non-tech side to connect and just.
So where do you see non-tech in tech in like 5 years?
Okay, I mean, I see us like having a very strong presence in different countries, doing what we do currently, but just on a much bigger scale. So we have NoCoTech Summit, which we do in partnership with Trefford. So it's like an annual event for non-tech people, and so we have an edition coming up this year. So in the next 5 years, events like that in different countries, just really advocating for NoCoTech roles and NoCoTech professionals generally, and just expanding our base, telling more people about NoCoTech jobs, and getting more people better jobs, giving them a chance to upskill and learn new stuff in the NoCoTech space. You
guys, are you listening? Because seriously, you don't have to know how to code to be in tech. There's money in tech. Tell them that it's bastard money.
It's blood money. Your blood.
What are you most proud of with everything that you've achieved non-tech in tech? It could be anything.
Okay, I'm just proud of how far I have come in like relatively short time and the work that I have done. So I'm proud and happy that it's not just like people know, like people can see the work, there's evidence, right? So
you know how to explain.
so like it just makes me proud when somebody says, oh, this thing. Are you the person that I'm like, oh yeah, that's me? I'm like, oh okay, like I didn't know that. So I just have like little proud moments here and there, and overall it just makes me very proud and happy that I am making an impact in my own little way.
Yes, so the impact that you're making, could you like just say a little about?
Okay, impact. For starters, people now know that, okay, I don't need to go to work in tech. I can be a marketer, I can be a product marketer. Like people, I mean, there was a time like somebody was like, people are more interested in product marketing. I think that it's because of you. I'm like, oh, really? And yes, so stuff like that. People getting jobs, some people fresh out of school, they get their first jobs from our community, stuff like that. People like get bigger jobs, get their first job in dollars, are like, oh, all of this is happening within this community. That's interesting. So, I'm happy to
Please help
be.
me. Help me get to where I need to get to.
Join the community.
I'm
Amen.
going to be joining the
Amen.
community. Like I'm ready there. Like I will just arrive as soon as we're done with this podcast. I'll arrive with all my load. Say help my life.
You're welcome.
Okay, but thank you.
All right.
So with marketing, coming back to marketing, I think one of the biggest misconceptions is it's easy. But it's not a walk in the park. And not only are you in marketing, you're not marketing a fintech. And also, Nigerians don't play with their money. We don't play. It doesn't matter how much it is. We're going to fight for our money, even if it's 2K. Right? So what's the most challenging part of this?
What you just said, like dealing in this kind of environment where Nigerians, they don't trust anybody. Like even if they have been banking with you for 1 million years, just 1 minute of network lag. You're a thief. You have stolen my money. They don't rip me. You have scammed me. Are you a scam? So all this kind. So in that kind of environment where there are a lot of like dependencies, uncertainties, so stuff like that. So that's like the biggest challenge, because every day is like unique. You don't know what is going to happen. So you can like, I mean, I don't know how long this podcast is, but I think when I started, like, if you used to do social media management for like brands before, and then you come to fintech, you know that a content calendar, you're deceiving yourself because the day would decide the content that you put out. When you wake up, you check the weather, check everything, and then you now know that, okay, I think the content for Friday will work for Monday. Because so it's really just, so I just knew that a content calendar was not going to work. So I just started, wake up, look around, okay, this is what we're going to post today, this is what we're going to say. So stuff like, because it's just very unpredictable. So yeah, the unpredictability of it, and just too many variables, too many dependencies, too many things that can just change. The people, it's just really a lot to deal with. So you're not just marketing a product, you have to deal with emotions of people, you have to deal with their trust and all those things. So it's just a lot.
That sounds like a lot. And also because I know that it's a lot. Nigerians don't play about their money. They don't play.
Looks like you just like PTSD.
It hits me.
Like, oh my god, never again.
Yeah, no, Nigerians don't play about their money, but you make it seem easy. And I know that it's not, obviously, but you make it seem like you could do this in your sleep, right? And I know that it's because you just said you've come a long way. I'm sure that you didn't always have it together. And right now, you do, and it's so inspirational. But can you tell me, this it's a hashtag that was trending, Dear Intern, where people were talking about like the mistakes that they've made at work, and how it's okay, to make mistakes. Have you ever made any mistake at work and you're just like, okay, it's over for me, let me just shut my laptop and just know that I'm going home?
Mistake. Nothing is coming to my head, but I know that one time I had a social media manager that went to go and tweet something that they were not supposed to tweet in the middle of a very hot day on the timeline, and I was screaming my head out like I was on leave. So it was just like, oh my god. So it was like, it was me that did it, because I have to take responsibility for it. So yeah, I think that's as close as it gets to like making one terrible mistake. But generally, maybe things that I could have done better and stuff, I think it would just be documenting more, because it could just be very you could just get carried away, especially in this kind of space, and you just look back and be like, what did I do today, or what have I done this month? And you've actually done a lot, but just because you're not documenting, it just feels like you're like wasting time doing nothing. And there's a lot of unfulfillment that comes from that when you don't document. You just feel depressed, creative block, and all of that. So yeah, documenting helps, and even for KPIs, negotiating a raise and stuff like that, all that side. But just personally, just helps to document.
Okay, I never actually thought about that. That's really insightful, documenting. As the queen of marketing, do you think that no, it's true. It's true because I before, like, I used to see. I think everybody just loves what Piggytech does with their marketing. It's very fresh, it's very insightful, and also it cuts across all demographics. Like, you can literally come to Piggytech's page and you'll find stuff that you can relate to. Not only can you relate with it, but you also see yourself in it. So it's very down to earth. So is there any advice that you give anybody looking to make it as big as head of marketing? Um, is there any one golden rule that you just give them with marketing?
It's all about your customers. It's all about your audience. It's not about you. I'm sorry.
They say if you think everything's about you, it's not.
It's not. So it's like, I mean, yes, you could infuse yourself into the, but it's your customers and your audience first. So there are certain things that I maybe want to do, and I know that these people, they won't really vibe with it, and I'm like, give the people what they want, pretty much. So it just starts and ends with the customer. So in marketing, in the products, in making money, everything. So across Piggytech, like, every department is just very, very customer centric, and we don't just say it because it's easy to say we are customer centric, but we try to. And because, again, I think that empathy is another important thing. So always put yourself in the customer's shoes. So not only when there's a problem, it's also in the creative process, right? If I were to be the one that saw this social media post, would I like it? Would I engage? Would I comment? What would I do? So just always like taking yourself out of it and looking at it from another perspective always helps to like figure it out and make sure that you're not just shooting blanks.
You're going to have to pick two cards and you're going to answer the question on the card. I have three questions here, clearly, but if you don't pick the one that I want you to pick, you are going to answer everything.
Wow.
So I'm just going to...
You might as well just give me the card,
No, I want to, I want to
form
make you feel like you have free will.
All right, let's go.
I pick one.
Is this the one you want me to pick?
I don't know.
Ashake, for at least 45 seconds.
Right.
Lonely at the top. Bang, bang, bang.
Okay, now pick another one. I don't know if that even qualifies as an Ashake song.
Hello?
Because that one is a cover. Why are you singing
Cover
the cover?
of who?
Wait, Ashake song.
Ha.
Oh, yeah, sing another one, please.
I'll do Palazzo. I feel like I said to myself, no, you guys help me. Which other one is like very popular?
That's your question.
I'm like an Ashake head, but suddenly I can't remember all the songs.
You see, will Ashake be proud of you?
I'm a logo. I'm going to show you. I'm a logo.
Hey. Even Ashake, when you listen to this, you'll be like,
wait, bro. First of all, I think that, let me just say, I'm Igbo, so I'm sorry. I try. I know the lyrics when it is playing in the background, but don't now set me up with microphone and ask me
you can't tell us you are Igbo and that would not be your get out of jail free card.
Like, I mean, you get me. I'm trying. It's not my first language.
Oh yeah, try a little bit.
All right. What's the easy one now? Help me. What's the easy Ashake song?
Terminator. Is that easy?
No. What's the beginning of Terminator?
Me, I don't even know.
I'm not serious.
Hey, the sun's gonna shine on everything.
I know that one.
You don't like it? It's too slow.
I'm sorry.
You know what? At this point,
let's use the one I lonely at the top. Okay. Let me do that one. All right. What's up, Becky? My lost sunle. Iwe kon oda rose. Money mo like you champagne. Èmi yọmọ pẹ́ o, I'm sorry for my Mishae. Mama Befa Lole. Mr. Money, you shell. Amy, you're my bell.
Now, think about it. Won't Ashake be proud of you?
He has to be.
Can't
'Cause that's
want to be
my
proud
G
of-
right there.
I have pick another one.
Hey, Jesus. Aha.
No. I'm going to answer. I'll do it then.
Honestly, I do not care what is going on in anybody's mind. As long as I cannot hear it, I don't care about it. So I rather time travel. I think that there might be things I could change in the past or things I just want to I'm a very nostalgic biased person. I like
That's so
to feel
cool.
things that have happened before. So yeah, time travel.
That's so cool. And I feel like you just chose time travel because you don't really care about what's going on in anybody's head. You're just like, I'll
Yeah,
just pick
like
the next.
it's not like I don't care, but it's just peace. Like don't worry yourself over like what is going on in somebody's mind. Just save yourself the stress.
True. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
we have
you
come
for
to the
having me.
end of our podcast, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Peace.
Thank
I'm this has been so refreshing. Thank you for having this conversation with me and with
Yeah.
us. Thank you guys for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends about it. You can you just saw us have the most engaging conversation. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming to our to our podcast. Why is it like
It was a
that?
pleasure.
Why are you looking at me like this?
Oh my god.
Thank you so much. Like, give me. Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
This is from
so
Gray.
heavy. Oh, thank
Yes,
you guys.
we
So
have
cute, so
goodies.
thoughtful. This is my unboxing video. Let me do like do it. Wait, influencers do it. Is this a yoga mat? It looked like a mat, but it looks Renaissance collection. Computer. Oh, like where you put the mouse. Okay, this is nice. This is a t-shirt.
Say it on camera.
This is a tote bag. Can never have too many tote bags, and it's so pretty. Yep. Sorry. This is a hoodie. Grace said you don't need to have a boyfriend to take hoodie from before you have yours. So you guys use Grace if you want hoodie. Single girls like me. This is a room spray. It's a room spray. Oh my god, is this what I think it is? Is this a diffuser? It is a diffuser.
It is.
It's so cute. Thank you. It's on pomade.
Not
It's a scented candle. All right, that's it. It can't F. Oh, I'm gonna cry right now. I'm gonna cry.
please.
It's so thoughtful. Thank you guys so much.